to your weekly Tarotscope. If you don't know what a Tarotscope is, this is like your horoscope, except we use tarot cards to look at the energy that's coming up for us each day through the week, okay? So today, which is Monday, we're going to look at Tuesday through Friday. So on Fridays, we look at Saturday through Sunday, okay? Last Friday, the card that we drew for today was the Two of Swords in reverse. So we'll talk about it, we'll integrate everything, but just know I'm looking at YouTube and TikTok. So if you see me looking back and forth, that's why, okay? But also, if you have any questions about tarot, spirituality, life and relationships, numerology, all those things, feel free to ask them because this is a conversation. This is not just for you to have to sit and listen to me yap. Okay, I love it when you ask questions. It brings our energy closer together. And speaking of which, the more you come to these sessions, the more they're going to resonate with you because our energy is connecting. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we are going to boost our heart chakra. Okay, the reason why we boost the heart chakra is because it is the one that connects our higher self and our human self. Okay, we put a lot right here. We put a lot in our heart chakra. So we need to make sure that it's running optimally, right? So this bowl is attuned to the frequency of your heart chakra. All you have to do is just breathe. If you can, put your feet on the floor, straighten your back, and just relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax everything. If you can. If you can't, it's okay. But if you can, it's optimal. But obviously, do whatever you can. So all you're going to do is breathe while the bowl is singing. It only lasts a few seconds. And just breathe in, pick up the heaviness, and breathe out. Okay? Then you can breathe in, pull in the light, and then breathe out. All right? Do whatever feels right. Here we go. Just breathe. Relax everything. Now let's collectively take one super deep breath in. Expand your rib cage, expand your lungs, pick up all the heaviness, and then blow it out. And just let it go. Okay, it's a brand new week, and it's gonna be a great week, okay? All right. Oh, thank you, Marlo. Good morning, Jennifer. This is air dried, Marlo. This is my natural curl, my natural wave. So thank you. Makes it a lot easier because, you know, it's funny. I don't know if it's because I stopped coloring my hair and doing all the things or if it's hormones, but my curls have come back. They used to be just barely waves, but my wave and curl has come back, so might as well use it. Okay, good morning, everybody. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our fairy blessing. This is our overall blessing for the next 4 days, for Tuesday through Friday, okay? Like I said, we already drew the card for today on Friday. Today's card was the Two of Swords in reverse. Like I said, we will incorporate that into what we talk about throughout the rest of the few days, all right? But let's see what our fairy blessing is. And if you want to watch the whole reading from Friday, it's linked on my YouTube, okay? What is our fairy blessing for Tuesday through Friday? What is our blessing for Tuesday through Friday? Oh, we had it upside down. Ooh, a blessing of Queen Mab. I love this card because it's so strong. Okay, such a strong energy. Let me read this to you. It is number 39, okay? It's hormones. Okay, there you go. Doesn't surprise me because my hair was pretty curly. Well, it was straight when I was a kid. Then it was curly when I was like a teen and maybe in my 20s. And then it went straight again, or like barely wavy, and now it's back to curls. So I'll take it. Okay, this one's kind of a long one, so I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. All right. This is the fairy gift of being the ruler of your own world. This is why I love reading this card. It says, with this fairy gift from the formidable and enchanting fairy queen, Queen Mab, comes the blessing of being the owner of your own life. I mean, how perfect with the planetary movements that we just had, right? We have Saturn and Neptune in Aries. They have come together and they're like, all right, who are you? Because remember, Aries is the ruler of the house of the I am. So this is a powerful blessing indeed, for with this blessing comes the most precious gift of all, that of knowing your life is yours to live. With this blessing, let you now take up the reins of your life. Let you decide what it is you do and who it is you are and who you are now becoming. It is your life, this wild and sweet thing to be lived only once, and it is rare and priceless. You shall no longer be owned, nor forced, nor pushed, nor pulled, for with her gift comes a solidity of determining your own fate. For you are a being who has often been pressured to give away the crown that declares that you are the sovereign. With this blessing, it is returned to you. I like that. This is why I love this card, because this is what I talk about. This is what I preach about all the time, is about you taking your power back and standing in that power. Stop giving it away to not just people around you, but the stuff you see on social media, on the news, whatever's going on. Stop letting these energies dictate how you feel about yourself, how you feel about life, everything. Okay? It is all meant to keep you in fear, to keep you in lack, and to keep you in survival mode. And we're done doing that, right? All right, now we're going to get our overall tarot card message for the next 4 days. And then y'all are going to choose the tarot deck that I use to uncover each day's energy. So we get all into it. If you're new here, welcome. I'm going to pull so many cards for you. We're going to talk about so much. Stick around. And like I said, feel free to ask questions if you have questions. This is a collective reading. Please do not ask personal reading questions. If you need a personal reading, TikTok, it's linked in my bio. YouTube, it's linked down in the description, okay? So this is how you use the divination book. It's called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. This is a tarot divination book. It has every single tarot card in it, direct and reverse. And the readings for each of the tarot cards are designed for you to take your power back. See, I don't joke. I told you, this is my life's mission, is for you to take your power back. So I did write this book, just in case you didn't know. You can also find it linked. All right. Oh, by the way, I told y'all that I was going to start working on that project for the tribe. I got quite a bit done, and it's turning out beautifully. And I'm going to work on more today, and I'm going to show y'all step by step how to go through this journey. Okay, I'm so excited. Anywho, all right. We're going to connect to the divination book through the energy centers in our palms. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. We're going to focus our intention on the book, and we're going to ask the book, what is our overall message for the next 4 days, Tuesday through Friday? And then you just intuitively turn to a page. Okay, we got the Two of Pentacles, which is interesting because we had the Two of Pentacles hiding underneath the deck on Friday. So let me read this to you, and then we're going to talk more about this. These readings in the book are designed for you to use daily, but I'm going to fix it to where we talk about the next 4 days, okay? Okay, today you drew the Two of Pentacles. Balance is the word of the next 4 days, okay? You may find yourself juggling responsibilities and feeling overwhelmed. Why are you doing so much? Sit with that for a sec. Why are you doing so much? I have to ask myself that all the time. Yes, you can handle a lot on your plate, but do you really want to? No, right? Why stress yourself out trying to be everything for everyone? See, this book hits hard. These next 4 days are a great time for finding ways to be more efficient. Some things may need to be taken off your plate. Perhaps you can reduce expenses so you don't have to work so much. Or maybe you can practice saying no to anyone who wants to pile on more Pile more on your already full plate. Try not to overthink it. You already know what needs to happen. You've got this. Okay? Because the Two of Pentacles is asking you to find balance within your physical world. Okay? That's going to be life and work, relationships and work, life and relationships, health and life. It wants you to find balance. There's so many different areas of your life that we often forget about because we're so busy, because we are, you know, we're so distracted. And when you're in survival mode, you keep adding on things after thing after thing because you feel like you have to distract yourself, okay? Or you have to do this just to survive. But the universe is saying, no, you don't. You really don't. The less I find that I do, the more things align for me. And that's really difficult for somebody who's like ADHD minded, who is a life path 1, you know, doing all the, like, it's really hard for me to do less. But the less I do, the more alignment I find myself in. So you might have to try that this week, okay? Let me move my coffee cup out of the way. All right, we're gonna go a bit old school today with the decks. You're gonna choose which one I use to uncover the energy of the next 4 days. So deck 1, or TikTok, wait just a second, don't vote yet. YouTube, you can vote in the comments. TikTok, I'm gonna put up a poll for you, okay? Deck 1, traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. Deck 2, the Light Seers Tarot. Like I said, old school. So let me get the poll up for TikTok. All right, so TikTok, you're gonna vote in that little blue clipboard right there, okay? So deck 1, Rider-Waite Traditional Tarot, or deck 2, the Light Seers Tarot. Oh, YouTube is gonna fight it out. Make sure you vote up here, otherwise it won't calculate it, okay? So deck 1 or deck 2. And the reason why I have you vote is because it's putting even more of your energy into the reading. So whatever you feel intuitively called to, pick that one. So deck 1 or deck 2. So right now on YouTube, it looks like deck 2 is in the lead. Let's see. We have 10 more seconds now. 1 or 2. Vote up here. It's fun. It's like a little morning game. All right, here we go. Let's see which one got it. It takes a second. Deck 2. All right. YouTube and TikTok are unanimous. You can never go wrong with either one of them, so. I think I just kind of snagged my nail. That's the thing about not having my nails done. You guys would be so proud of me. I haven't gotten them done lately. I'm still letting them breathe. And broke the tip off. Awesome. Okay. Let me get them shuffled for us. Now listen, we do have Mercury going retrograde this week. I believe it's on the 26th. If somebody can fact check that for me. I can't believe we're already in the last week of February. Good morning. Yours haven't been done in 20 years. Well, I do mine. I get mine. I do the dip stuff on mine just to make them stronger because they do break easily. And because I use my hands a lot, obviously, because I read tarot. So they always look nice, but I needed a break and I wanted to let them breathe and to grow out, you know, because they file them down so ridiculously. And it's been a struggle to not go get them done because I can't stand when they break. Anywho, all right, let's see. We're going to uncover the energy of the next 4 days, Tuesday through Friday. I'm going to pull one card. So we want to ask the deck, what are our messages for each day, Tuesday through Friday? Remember, you need to have an intention for your reading and you need to ask the deck a question. For Tuesday, we got the Four of Swords. Okay, so when the Four of Swords is showing up for Tuesday's energy, Tuesday's message, this is telling you it's a time to find peace, to rest, to take a break, okay? Because the mind is going crazy, right? We just had major planetary shifts and the energy can really feel wonky. It can feel unsettled within you. And the universe is like, you don't have to battle this out, right? It's just new energy. It's telling you it's okay to rest. Remember how I said we have the Two of Pentacles as the overall message, telling you to find balance? Well, have you ever taken time to rest? Have you ever taken a break from something? Putting something to rest for at least now. It could be also that you decide to separate from a job, a person, something here, a friend. But it's telling you that there's a need for you to find peace. And when you rest, when you fully allow yourself to rest, that's when you find your clarity. Remember how I said, I find that the less that I do, the more I'm aligned. It's weird, but it's true. Okay? We're taught to hustle, to grind. If you're not moving, if you're not hustling, then you're lazy. It's not true. It's all meant to keep you distracted. It's all meant to keep you disconnected from your higher self. Okay? Because when we look at, you know what? I have the Swords cards right here. Let me move this for a second. I'm going to give you a little lesson right quick because, you know, it's me. I can't help it. I have my teaching deck right here. So when we have the Three of Swords before the Four of Swords, this is talking about some sort of interference, some sort of distraction, something that is causing you pain and grief and heartache, okay? So the reason why the Four of Swords is about rest is because you see these three swords above, right? It's referencing those three swords saying, hey, you're doing too much. You're going to either cause yourself to have a heart attack or you're so distracted and there's so much interference going on. You need to bring things to a calm place. So you see that sword underneath right there? So you can find clarity because this sword is similar to the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is clarity. It's a new thought process. It's a new idea that will be successful. Okay? So the universe is saying, in order to find this clarity, you have to first find your own peace. And sometimes it's like, I gotta take a break. I gotta go take a nap. I gotta go meditate. I gotta do something to let my mind just chill. Okay? Can the Two of Pentacles apply to the last 4 days? Well, we did have it underneath the deck on Friday. So yeah, absolutely. All right, let's look at Wednesday's energy. Wednesday, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay, so when the Three of Wands is in reverse, there might be something that you were expecting to come in, it could be something as simple as like a package coming in, because this is a minor arcana. These are the minor daily details, okay? It could be that you're waiting on something to deliver, something to come in, some news to come in, or we're waiting on some sort of progress to be shown, and there's a delay here, okay? It could be that maybe you realize that there is a business partnership that is not working out because things are not moving as you thought they would, okay? It's just really a lack of progress being shown on Wednesday. And again, don't fret about it. This is like a daily thing. So there could be something that is delayed, or it could be there is some sort of detail that you missed. That's why it's really important to find this clarity, to find that balance, right? Because when things are out of balance, we have too much on our plate, then we can't get the results that we're seeking. Does that make sense? It's really good, especially if you're starting out on a new journey. It's really good for you to focus on one thing and do it well, and then expand. Okay, this is why I teach my students tarot first, tarot and then advanced tarot, and then we expand into numerology, and then they can expand into other things, because you need those stepping points or the stepping stones to get you to that expansion. Do the recent planetary alignments affect the throat chakra? I've literally been without a voice for 7 days. Oh goodness. It could be for you. It depends on where they are in your chart, in your natal chart. But without a voice for 7 days is indicating that there's likely something that you do need to speak, but you've been stifling it down. Okay, so think about that. All right, let's look at Thursday's energy. Thursday, we have Judgment and Reverse, a major arcana. Okay, so this is a big theme. This is a big lesson for you. Let me put this deck down for a sec. Now, when we have Judgment direct, it's about hearing the call. It's about surrendering to the universe and deciding that you are going to live in your highest power. Okay, that you are going to be connected to the divine, that you are living in your sovereignty, like you're making a massive judgment. Okay, when it's in reverse, it can indicate a resistance or you're not hearing the call. There's something that you're missing, at least on Thursday, to where there needs to be a surrendering to what is. That doesn't mean you give up. That means you're looking at what is and you're deciding, okay, this decision that I'm going to make, this judgment call, is going to be for my highest good. Even though it might be difficult, even though I've been resisting it, this is what I'm going to do. Does that make sense? Because it's number 20. So 2 is about balance. 2 is about decision making. 2 is also about receptivity and your connections, your relationships. Now, it doesn't mean just love relationships. It could be business partnerships, friendships, all that, right? But here with the 0 boosting that, this is a major decision to bring yourself into balance, to bring yourself into sovereignty. Make sense? All right, let's look at Friday's energy. We have the Knight of Wands. He's been showing up a lot, or she has. It's a she in here. The Knight of Wands has been reversed lately, right? But now the Knight of Wands is showing up direct. Okay, so what does this mean? This means you are free to take action on what on what inspires you. Speaking of throat chakra, hold please. These cold and warm fronts coming in are killer on the allergies. Anyway, so the Knight of Wands is free to take action on what they're passionate about, free to roam and experience and to go have fun, but it's also connected to your spirituality, okay? Because this rules the house, or it's ruled by Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules the house of your spirituality, your travel, your expansion, okay? So Friday night, Friday day, good day to go have fun, but it's not fun as far as like, going to get drunk or doing something foolish. This is, what do you feel inspired about? This is a passionate energy. This is a fiery energy. So you might just really feel good on Friday. You're like, you know what? Let me go outside. Let me go on an adventure. Let me go do something that is going to bring me some sort of progress, okay? Because remember, as the overall energy, the overall blessing, we have the blessing of power, your own personal power. This is about you deciding what you're going to do, because the 2 of Pentacles is asking you to come into balance, to focus on balance these next 4 days. It's not that you have to do it for the whole year. It's just, you know what, just for now, focus for Tuesday through Friday, focus on balance within your life, taking some things off your plate, not adding more and more and more to where you're so bogged down that you can't even think straight. Does that make sense? Underneath, look, Page of Pentacles, okay? There is something new in waiting. It could be that you have a new opportunity that's coming to you, because the pages are messengers. So this could be a message of a job opportunity, of a promotion, of an opportunity to get into some sort of course, whether it be in university or you're taking a course, learning from somebody, because they are messengers and they are apprentices. They're young energy wanting to learn how to move through this physical world, how to make money, how to make things, how to just do whatever it is that they desire, okay? So what's hidden underneath is what you're not seeing that's going on underneath the surface of this week. Does that make sense? So this is telling you there is a message of opportunity here but only, if you'll notice, they're standing on one foot, only if you come into balance. Get it? So let's get some oracle cards and further the messages. Y'all are quiet in the comments today. Are you sleeping? Do you have a big weekend? And on Tuesday with the Three of Wands in reverse, it could be that there is something that, like maybe you're expecting somebody to come over, or you're expecting to meet with somebody. There's some sort of incoming, like something you were expecting to come in, it doesn't, or it's delayed, okay? So it's not anything to, like I said, to fret about. It's a minor arcana. We have to learn how to go with the flow, and everything happens in due time. Waiting expectantly, big week coming. Okay. Like I said, it's the last week, and we have Mercury going retrograde. What day is that? Thursday that's going retrograde? So tired. Went to New Orleans this weekend. Oh, goodness. You couldn't pay me to go to New Orleans around like Mardi Gras time and all. No. I'm so happy to hear that, Molly. Started working on glass again today. Good for you. Good. Can somebody verify the 26th? Mercury goes retrograde on Thursday. I believe that's the day. Because when Mercury goes retrograde, remember, that's where we're reviewing things. That's where we're examining things. Trying to see, okay, does this align with me? Remember, no big contracts, especially on electronics or cars or relationship commitments. Yes, Thursday. Okay, thank you. So on Thursday, guess what? We have Judgment in reverse. Mercury's going retrograde. So it doesn't surprise me that we have that major arcana showing up. So Judgment in reverse, when we have Mercury going retrograde, it can symbolize the need to look back and to see what judgment calls need to be made. What did you make in the past that you would like to redo or revise, and see how it brings that balance into your life. What else do we need to know this week? Okay, we have a woman holding a coin. Interesting how we have the pentacles showing up all over the place. So a woman holding a coin. So there could be a situation here where you're dealing with a female who is having financial struggles. She could be somebody who is not very good with money, and it could be you that's having financial struggles where you feel like you're not receiving enough. Remember how I said, when you find balance, and the less you do, the more alignment you find. So she's more than likely trying to do all the things, trying to get, but she's really depleting herself. She's depleting her energy. She's spreading herself too thin, and it's interrupting her flow. Okay? Hey, Jamie. She said this retrograde is like a cosmic cleanup. Going retrograde in Pisces after the Saturn and Neptune left. Woo! I see that. I see that. And then we're going to go into Pisces season, or we're in Pisces season. So all this, yeah, I like that cleanup energy. That's great, Jamie. So yeah, when we see this, we're needing to find balance. We're needing to really go within and make those judgment calls and bring that awareness of, okay, how am I doing this to myself? How am I stressing myself out? How am I putting too much on my plate? Like, what can I let go of? I had to do that this past week because there are things that I like doing, but it becomes too much for me to do and still be productive, okay? So for example, I was doing the daily tarot recap videos and I loved doing them. However, as a projector, when we put too much in human design, if you don't know your human design, you need to know it. But as a projector, when we try to do too much, it depletes our energy, and then it causes us to be bitter because we can't do the things that we want to do. So instead of doing the daily recap videos, I'm working on like something else, but I mean, go watch the replay, you know? For me to be live for an hour and then turn around and create videos and have to edit them and do all that, I'd much rather spend my time with you. I'd much rather spend my time with my tribe. I don't want to have to actually be editing and doing all that crap, you know? Ugh. It activates your anxiety. It is exhausting. And I wish I was one of those people that could do it all, but I'm not. I'm okay with that. As soon as I learned my energetic blueprint, I could breathe. If you don't know what your energetic blueprint is, don't worry. I'm going to walk you through it in the tribe. Okay? I told you, I'm creating your entire awakening journey, and it's going to be in the tribe just for you. Thank y'all for understanding. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I would rather not have to repeat myself, you know, because I just went live and explained everything. Why do I need to repeat myself? And I wish I could be, you know, put those reminders for you, but you know what? There are times where you have to do it yourself. You have to go watch the replay, all that. Me too. I have so much to do. I try to do it all. And then by the time I'm done, nothing left for myself. Yeah. Learning to work smarter, not harder with your biz. Good. That's the key. That's the key. That's what I was saying before you came in, Jamie. I was telling everybody because the overall energy is the Two of Pentacles, and we had it underneath the deck on Friday. So there's a big focus on finding balance. And I was telling everybody that the more or the less that I do, the more I find myself in alignment. It's weird. It's funny because I'll be working on something, and then there will be a day where I like kind of take time off, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go clean the house. I'm going to go do something else that makes me feel better. And boom, something aligns. Never fails. So yeah. As a messenger, you don't go back. It dilutes, I think. Yeah, I think it does too, Stephanie. I think it absolutely does dilute it. Because in those recap videos, I cannot possibly fit everything that we talk about here live in the video. It's impossible. It would be another 10-minute video. And no, plus the fact that TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, they don't push those videos out. So for me, it's a waste of time. So think about that. Throughout your week, what am I doing? What am I repeating that is essentially a waste of time? And then stop doing it or find a different route. Exactly, Jamie. She said so much more creative when it doesn't become forced or drained. Yeah, yes, that's what I was saying. I love being live with y'all. This is where my zone of genius as a self-projected projector, this is where my zone of genius happens. This is why I do, you know, I like to do live sessions with the tribe. This is why I have my ladies doing lives in the tribe, because that's where we flow. And it's better than just listening to recordings all the time. Yes, the most off-balance Libra ever, but I crave it. That's hilarious. Okay, let's get some more messages. So that card, the woman holding a coin, she's number 42. So we have to look at what is, okay? 4 is we have to be logical. 4 is we have to be practical. We have to look at what's going on in our physical world because 4 represents Earth, okay? 2, there it is again, balance, decision-making, receptivity, okay? When she's in reverse, she's not being logical. She's not being honest to herself about her physical, not just her physical space, but her foundation, her financial space, her health, everything. When we bring those numbers together, it is 6. 6 is harmony. It's nurturing, but it's also responsibility. Okay? Look at here. Ooh, we got the Golden Palace, you guys. This is a freaking fantastic card. Let me read this to you. It's number 23, so there's that 2 again. If you're new here, you'll notice that we get a lot of repeating numbers or repeating cards in our readings. All right, there's always enough. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that is long overdue. Isn't that right? The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. That, you guys, this is why I love this card so much. And we talk about authenticity a lot, and this is getting me fired up, so you're fixing to get a soapbox moment. When you are authentic, when you are truly yourself and you're saying no to the things you want to say no to, and you're saying yes to the things that you want to say yes to, and you're doing things that are good for you, that is where you find abundance. That is where you find pure joy and bliss and happiness and peace. When you stop letting outside influences be in control of your emotions and your mind, okay? When you stop believing the narrative of survival mode, of fear, you cannot succumb to that. Okay, the more you succumb to that, the more you're going to suffer. All right? Let's see. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. So sharing the wealth doesn't just mean like you're giving money. It means you're sharing who you are, the essence of your being, the love that you have to give, while also making sure you're taking care of yourself. Okay? So for this week, for the next 4 days, Tuesday through Friday, give it a shot. Give it a go. Stop believing in that narrative. Put the phone down for a bit. Stop pissing yourself off with, the news and all that other stuff, right? Look at how you can fix your world first and then let that expand beyond you. I've had a couple of posts gain traffic and follows because I said what was authentic and didn't filter it. Nice. Yep. Humans are very simple, okay? People want to feel validated and they want connection. This is why, since social media came about, people have been struggling mentally. It's because it actually disconnects us from true, authentic relationships. Because people crave being validated and crave connection. Simple creatures we are. But it's true. So when you speak authentically, when you are your true authentic self, people can connect with you and they appreciate that. That's how I grew my whole platform. I did not have a strategy. I was just my authentic self. Okay? And that's what you're going to learn in the Spiritual CEO immersion. You're going to learn your own strategy of being in your authentic power, working through your design. We're healing the inner child, and we're doing everything from the inside out in the Spiritual CEO immersion. We're going to help you to build that solid foundation for your business, because remember what I told you, in this AI boom, we are going to have a wave of people that get sucked into AI, go in delusions, go into psychosis, and then they are going to be seeking us out. They're going to be looking for real, not artificial. So you need to be ready for that, okay? Don't say I didn't bring it up. Don't say I didn't alert you. When it comes, either you're going to be ready or you're not, okay? What else do we need to know? Douglas. And with this being number 23 on the Golden Palace, guess what? The 2 is about what you're deciding, how you're finding balance in life, and what you're bringing in, what you're allowing yourself to receive. 3 is expression, communication. So what are you communicating? What are you bringing about into this world? Because it's also manifestation, right? Because it's masculine, feminine, bringing in the third energy, the product of those two energies coming together. So like man, woman, baby, right? When we bring those two together, it's 5. Things change. Things shift for you. But you have to stop believing in the negative narrative. What deck did we choose today? We did the Light Seers Tarot. All right. Ooh, look at this. River of Release. Drift along the river of release where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal. Okay? Got to learn how to release and let go. You know, I've gotten to a place, for the most part, I'm not perfect by any means, believe me. I've gotten to a place in my life to where if something doesn't work out, I'm like, you know what? That's okay. At times it could be disappointing, but I've gotten to where I'm so ready and willing to be able to let go of something, because if it's meant to be, it's going to be. If it doesn't, then it's not. Okay? So if it doesn't work out, then it's not meant to be, and I'm okay with that. That's telling me that the universe is bringing something more aligned in for me, and I'm welcoming to that. So try that this week. If something doesn't work out, something doesn't go to plan, something doesn't arrive that you think is going to arrive, say, you know what? Thank you, universe, for showing me what is not meant for me and for bringing me what is. Okay? Release and renew. Embrace the flow of letting go to welcome renewal. Okay, there you go. Allowing new energy to shape your path. You have to see your life as a river. Okay? You're having this experience where you're floating down the river, and new things are always coming and going. I used to have, I don't remember which module it was, but years ago, I did a module where I talked about like the conveyor belt of life. So you can look at it as a conveyor belt, or you can look at it as a river where things come, but they come by. Think of a conveyor belt. Let's talk about it that way, because I love this analogy. I made it up. Anyway, you think of a conveyor belt like you're in quality control. You're working at a plant and you're in quality control. And we have these products coming by and we're looking at them, and they're actually experiences of your life. Now, if something looks good, you know, great. We experience it. We accept it. We let it go. Okay. But if something looks wrong, what do? We don't hold on to it. We don't covet it. We see it and we put it aside. Okay, we discard it because it's not right. It's not aligning. So when you're seeing things happen in your life, think about that conveyor belt, or think about the river and saying, you know what, this is just a passing experience. I'm not going to grab it and hang on to it and make it part of me because it was just an experience. Another one is coming. Does that make sense? Very much so. Good. Oh, you're very welcome. It's a great perspective and insight. Understood. I like that. What else do we need to know for the next 4 days? Let's see. Look at that. Awakening. Okay? This is a time of great awakening. This is a time of people really figuring out that there's more to this life than we've been told, that there's more than what meets the eye, right? You were going through this awakening, and the universe is constantly communicating to you. It's constantly showing you what is, and it's trying to reveal your true potential, but you have to be open and receptive to that. It says ancient knowledge, memories, connection, and it's number 3. So what did I say? 3 is communication, it's expression, it's manifestation. So there are things happening within our, you know, the Saturn and Neptune movement into Aries It's not just collective. This is personal too. This is you rediscovering who you are, shedding that old skin and going through a radical transformation, which is your awakening. And that's where you find your authenticity. Who am I now? Because a lot of people, most people, go through their entire life being the same person. Never evolving, never expanding, never really getting curious about what they're into now, or what they think and feel now as they're growing and evolving. But no, they stay the same because change scares them. But change is necessary. You miss so much? Uh-oh. Well, yeah. Woo, hello. Good thing that the replay goes up, right? Right after. And it's funny because the light on my desk is shining on this card. It was shining right here through my window, through my blinds, right? And what that brought to mind was we all want to feel free. We all want to have the opportunity to grow and expand and explore, like travel, and just literally just feel free, okay? But you're never going to feel free until you, number one, give yourself permission. Number two, live in your authenticity, because authenticity is freedom. And number three, you got to stop believing the narrative. You got to stop letting the puppets of this, or puppet masters of this world, dictate your thoughts and your emotions and your actions. You have to be that rebel. You have to be stubborn, okay? Yeah, the replay I love so much, exactly. So I don't have to repeat myself. Exactly. I love that, Stephanie. She said that's the difference in who you were to survive versus who you are to be and live. Yes, love that. Oh, that gave me goosebumps. All right. What else? What is our spirit animal for the next 4 days? Whoop. Oh, look, see? We got dolphin. Play. Everybody loves dolphins. Well, just about. Because they're such magical creatures. Because they seem so happy and joyful. And they're smart, right? It says, swim in the happiness of joy. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. See, there's that flow again. All this water energy, right? Mercury is going retrograde in Pisces. Pisces is water energy. Okay? Mercury might be asking you, where have you been rigid? Where have you not allowed your life to flow? Yes, to act with kindness in a cruel world is an act of rebellion. Yep. Yes, absolutely. Let's get our money message right quick. What is our money message for Tuesday through Friday? It's interesting because every card that I've pulled is feminine energy. There's no masculine cards because every picture is a woman, which is necessary because a woman is receptive, a woman is intuitive, a woman is emotionally stable as long as she's putting herself in her own power. And just notice that they're all female. And the reason being is because women have had their power stripped from them, right? And so now we're in the process of taking it back, bringing about more matriarchy energy. So, ponder on that. All right, what is our money message? Oh, yay. Gift. We haven't gotten this card in a while. The other ones that we normally pull are like, plan, organize, fear, whatever, you know, it's nice to have a good one. Okay, there's 3 ways to resonate with this card. This is your money message for Tuesday through Friday, okay? Someone might give you a gift, lend you money, or help you in some way. Number 2, you could get a cash bonus at work. Remember how I said there might be an incoming promotion or bonus or something like that? Or if you're looking for, let's say you're wanting to go to university, or you're wanting to take a course, or, you know, get some mentorship going, you might get that money for that, okay? I have many students who want to join my classes and they tell me, well, I just don't have the budget right now. Okay, manifest it, release it to the universe and say, you know what? If this is meant to be, let it be. And I shit you not, they have gotten into my classes because something magically happens. What actually happens is they let go of that block. They let go of that fear, of that agitation, and they finally align to the universe. I always say that if it's meant to be, let it be. If not, block it. Try it, okay? Yeah, see, Molly knows. She said, it'll happen. She's right. All right, number 3, you have natural talents, gifts, and abilities just waiting to be discovered. Explore them. Your authenticity, your natural talents, your natural abilities, all these things are part of who you are. When you focus on that, the money just comes, okay? You have to take that leap and say, you know what? This is who I am. This is what I'm doing now. I'm living proof of that, because the majority of you know, if you've been watching me for the past years, you know that not too long ago, I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. And I finally got focused, and I finally stopped focusing on everybody else. I focused on me. I let my authenticity shine. I really just like, you know what? This is happening. And it did. Okay? I built a 6-figure spiritual business, and I will never look back. So you can do the same thing depending on what you're passionate about, what you're interested in. Okay? If you're wanting to build your 6-figure business, spiritual business, or it doesn't have to be tarot, it doesn't have to be oracle, it could be energy healing, it could be psychic mediumship, all the things, doesn't matter. But get into the CEO spiritual immersion, and I'm going to spend, if I can speak, 6 months with you. And I'm going to take you through the process of building your business your way, but with the right systems that work for you. Okay, this is not a cookie cutter thing. Dad just called and said he's getting a new fridge. I've been manifesting one for months. Good for you. See, it works. It works. That's awesome. Love that. You know what's funny? Marlo commented on my hair and how wavy, curly it is. And what's funny, I was thinking about that this morning, is I was talking about how the wave has come back because it didn't used to be there for the longest time. And I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to, like, when it gets longer, get a perm or something, because I want to be able to let it air dry. And well, guess what? The curls came back. The waves came back. When is the sign up? Anna, the sign up, you have to apply, okay? Because we need to make sure that everything aligns for both you and me. So what you can do is go to the link in my bio, and it's right there at the top. It says Spiritual CEO Immersion. What I want you to do is go to that page, read through it to make sure everything aligns, okay? Because we're gonna be doing real work. Then you apply, and then I'm gonna look at everything on your application, and then I will invite you to a 15-minute chat just so we can talk to each other. And then if it's a right fit, then you'll be invited in, okay? This is going to be a small group. It's gonna be no more, I don't even know if it's gonna be this much, but it's gonna be no more than 11 people. 11 is a master number, right? So we'll see. We'll see how many people align. Thank you, I appreciate that. Oh, you're welcome, Anna. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I've already got people joining, so the spots are limited. They're getting more limited. But yeah, I'm really excited about this because my whole motto, and I was talking to I don't know if y'all know psychic medium John Edward. We were having a discussion the other day, and I was like, I like to teach people how to fish instead of just giving them the fish. Like, I want you to know how to do it yourself. So number one, you're proud of yourself. And number two, you can do it over and over again, and you can turn around and teach others, and nobody can take this away from you. So there you go. Oh, I love it. Chose 11 for your softball jersey number. Love it. All right, what else do we need to know this week? Here we go. All these female cards showing up, and it's number 2. Your balance, or your focus this week is balance, is receptivity, is that feminine energy. Because you don't realize how strong the feminine energy is. This is not man versus woman. I'm talking about energy, okay? Because the feminine energy for so long has been made to be seen as weak, and it is not. It's actually very strong, and it takes a lot of strength and courage to be in that feminine, receptive, somewhat passive energy, because we're not doing hustle culture. We're not doing that. You don't need to do that, okay? It's just a programming that we have to get rid of. It is not meant for us, especially as ladies, okay? What else? Let's do this one. Exactly. You are that girl. Uh-huh. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know for the next 4 days? What time is it? Okay. And there might be something that comes in tomorrow where you're just like, oh, I can relax. It can be that gift. It can be that thing that you've been waiting on. Ooh, there we go. 23, freedom. I told you the light was shining on this one. This is the first masculine card we've pulled this week. Freedom. What do you need to do to give yourself freedom? You're going to have to do the scary thing. You're going to have to do the hard thing, which is reprogramming the mind, changing your habits, changing your actions. Like, what can you do to bring about personal freedom? Because again, number 23, we have, yeah, oh, look at that. Both of these are 23. The Golden Palace is telling you there is wealth, but first you have to find your personal freedom. I know it sounds like an oxymoron because you're like, how am I going to be free if I don't have my wealth? You find your authenticity, which is your freedom. You find your true north. Then you find that your money just comes to you. Your happiness, all of that, it just comes to you. Okay? The universe always provides for you when you are in your true authentic vibration. Yeah. Golden light and that golden palace plus the gifts. Yeah. So there is this energy of really allowing yourself to breathe and to release and to let go of things that, like the 3 of Wands on Wednesday. Again, there might be a situation or a scenario where you're like, you know what, this just isn't working for me. I'm putting too much energy and effort into something that's not bringing me an ROI, which is a return on investment, okay? It's not bringing me anything, so I'm letting it go. Just like I was talking about how I was doing those recap videos and it was causing me more work and it wasn't doing anything. I mean, I appreciate the people that appreciated it, but you can just go watch the replay. Just go watch the replay. You'll get so much more out of the replay. I don't like leaving information out. And I think that's what also really bothered me. So yeah, find the things in your life that you're putting your energy and effort into and it's not bringing you that ROI. And again, it's not about the ego. It's not about greed. It's saying, hey, where am I putting out so much energy and I'm just draining myself constantly because I think this is what I need to do to get appreciated or to get validated. You watch both and you totally get it. Yeah, it is a lot of editing, and I hate that tedious editing work. I would rather, to be honest, I would rather edit the videos in the tribe for the module than to do social media videos. That, you guys, I could sit there and create all day long for y'all in the tribe or in the QMA or in the spiritual CEO immersion. That makes me happy. I could work on that stuff all day, every day. But social media, I'm like, I'm over it. I want something that's really going to cause an impact in your life. I want to teach you to fish rather than just entertaining you or, I don't know, doing unnecessary bullshit. Over it. Exactly, Jamie. Stephanie, we said the same thing. All right, this is our crystal for the week, for Tuesday through Friday. Tuesday through Friday. Let's see. Where's our crystal? Hematite. We've gotten that recently, haven't we? Grounding, balance, mental enhancement. Hematite anchors you in strength and stability. Stability, balance, okay? Grounding your energy and protecting you from negativity. Trust in its solid presence to bring balance and courage as you navigate life's challenges with confidence. So there we go. Balance, 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 balance. That is your word of the week. Write it down somewhere. Put it where you'll remember. Put it on your lock screen or something to where you remember. You could even say, put up the question, is this decision bringing me balance or am I adding more onto my plate? Okay. All right, this is the part of the Tarotscope where it gets a little spicy at times. These next two decks can be offensive to some. If you get offended, just scroll away. Okay, I don't want to hear it. These are fun, these are in your face, and I like them. All right, what is our message for Tuesday through, oh, hang on, I gotta verify myself. I always forget about that. There we go. Okay. What is our message for Tuesday through Friday? Says, good grief, don't take things personally. It's not all about you. What does that mean? It's not all about you. Don't take life so personally. Like I was saying earlier, some things are not meant to be. It's not about you. It's like you're unworthy and all these, that's not what it's about. It's saying it's part of the conveyor belt or the river flow. You got to let it go. It's not personal. It's just got to keep moving. Okay. Because something better, something more aligned is coming. So it's not all about you. The world doesn't revolve around you. You're a part of the world. You're a part of this experience. And if you're hanging on to these things for dear life, you are going to suffer. You're doing it to yourself. I know, right? She said, how dare you? What do you mean it's not all about me? No shit, right? You know, it's funny. Speaking of authenticity, I don't know if my mom's on here or not. I don't think she is. I haven't seen her. She might be, though. But she used to say that it would kind of make her cringe when she would hear me cuss on live or on video. And I'm like, why? And she would say, I just don't think it's very becoming of a lady. I'm like, well, I'm a woman and I have colorful language. That's who I am. Period. So that's why I love these decks so much, because they have a very spicy personality. Thank you, Tanya. All right, this is another spicy deck, so brace yourself. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it'll slap you in the head. All right. What is our message for the next 4 days? Okay, I told you, sometimes it's not so nice. It says, you look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact. Clean yourself up. Again, bring your life into balance. Get all the crap off your plate. Stop trying to do everything and be everyone. Okay? That's how you start to look like a shit show. Because you're stressing yourself out. You can't even do the things that you want to do. You can't even find peace and happiness because you're just all over the place. Remember, the blessing is about taking your power back. Being in your power. You decide. Okay? So, I'm sorry, I just tapped on that. I hate the whole tapping thing. Sorry, I just did that. I wasn't trying to do it for ASMR or whatever. That, ugh. You know how social media videos where everybody taps on every fucking thing? That is like nails on a chalkboard to me. It's that if I see somebody tap on something, scroll. I don't care what your message is, scroll. Yes, Lindsay, good. I literally said yesterday, I can't be everything to everyone, but not myself. The whispers freak you out? Yeah. All that ASMR shit. The tapping is so annoying. And this is a little petty, but the claw. You'll see me accidentally do it every now and then because humans mimic what they see. Okay? And I've caught myself doing it. But the claw. What are we grabbing? What are we grabbing? Why is it always this and this? Stop it. Anyway, I gotta get off here before I get myself in trouble. All right, I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead, okay? Get into the Spiritual CEO Immersion. Like I said, spots are limited. If you're ready to build your solid foundation for your spiritual business and to be ready for that wave of people that will be seeking us out, I'm telling you, this will happen. I know it 100%. People are going to start seeking out real and guidance, okay? Because AI and all the scammers and the fake people are going to lead them astray. And they're going to seek you out. You won't even have to go searching for them. They will be searching for you. Okay? So to set up your business strategically and for your own design, get into the CEO immersion. Okay? Like I said, we're going to spend 6 months together. You are going to have homework. We are going to work together. There is the option to add on one-on-ones with me. Whatever works for you. But make sure you go to TikTok, the link in my bio, YouTube, it's down in the description. Go to the page, read through it all. I know it seems like a lot, but it's important information because this is an important decision in your life and in your career. You need to make sure that we align together, that you are ready for this leap, okay? Then apply, and then I will be in contact, okay? Otherwise, get your butts in the tribe. I am building the module for y'all. It's coming, and so excited. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, yeah. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you back here Friday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to look at Saturday through Monday, okay? Love you all. Mwah.